live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim, and we need to switch that background, Tim.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that.
And today we've got baseball and then a couple WNBA games at the end as well. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. One right, one wrong in the world of sports betting. Yikes. Yesterday was a small slate, and apparently low volume usually does not mean too good for me because for whatever reason, when I'm low volume, I always struggle. I always do better on my high volume days. 1-3 in baseball. Baltimore, Cincinnati over was a winner, but Cincinnati team total over, they only get 3. Braves team total over 4.5, they only get 4. And the full game over 8.5 was a loser as well. 1-3 down 2.08 units. WNBA 0-2 down 1.10 units. Aces minus 15 and over 172.5 were both losers. I had a bad feeling when I saw about 5 minutes before tip-off that both those plays had moved heavily against me. So that was fun. And then my only good sport yesterday, college baseball. I didn't give the play out on the show, but I tweeted it out. I did tweet it out. It was only a half unit play, but I had the LSU Tigers -1, and the LSU Tigers are your national champions. So 1-0 there, up half a unit. 2-5 yesterday, down 2.68 units. Overall in the month of June, 167, 147, and 23, up 9.31 units. So still a profitable month as we move into the 27th here.
Yeah, it was a not really a break even. It was down the juice day on the site. 2 winners were the over in the Baltimore game and the Atlanta Braves run line. 2 losers, over in the Braves game and the over in the Fever game. So it ended up being a break even. Very small slate yesterday. I think I already have more action today in the WNBA. Oh, not quite. But I already have 3 plays locked in for the WNBA today. So ready to roll with some more baseball as well. I already have a bunch of plays that I like and ready to go.
Yeah, I've already locked in 5 plays in the MLB for today. Usually I don't, but we had a couple minutes before showtime, and I was capping, or I was looking to play some bets. So, and I've already got 3 plays locked in for this week of CFL, yeah, so it should be a good day here.
There you go. Let's go ahead and just start jumping into the games, Nick.
Yeah, this is the one I did free pick video on last night. San Diego Padres are -180 with a total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here. There we go. Yu Darvish and Rich Hill. Line opened up at 161. It's up to a 179. Line opened up at an 8.5 -110. It's up to a 9 -105. Let's take a look at the money for this game. 65% of the tickets and 79% of the cash is on the over. 35% of the tickets and 85% of the cash is on the Pirates. And it looks like the Bucks do not care about that 85% of the cash because the lines moved 18 cents towards the San Diego Padres, even though big money is coming in on the Pirates. So no respect towards the sharp money at all, shown by the books here. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this one. Yu Darvish hasn't been great as of late. 7.27 ERA, 1.42 WHIP, a 9.69 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%, 2.77 walks per 9, 356 BABIP, but a 3.54 FIP and a 3.71 SIERA, suggesting that he's getting unlucky. His advanced numbers. On the flip side, Rich Hill, 4.45 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, 7.12 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%. 4.15 walks per 90, 267 BABIP, a 4.55 FIP, and a 5.19 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Padres, 3.89 FIP and 4.28 SIERA compared to 5.97 and 5.19. 133 WRC plus for the Padres the last 30 days versus lefties, which is number 1 in baseball. So they're absolutely mashing lefties recently. 84 WRC plus for the Pirates against righties the last 30 days, which is 27th. I've already moved on the Padres -1.5. I don't like run lines, but this is one I had to run line. I couldn't -1 it because it was -179 and -116 because they're on the road, which would have been a -150 -1, and I wasn't particularly interested in that. I also played the over 9. I was looking at that team total over for them as well. It's plus money, but it's a 5.5. I hate 5.5 team totals. Maybe I need to just start betting them and not really worry too much about it. But for me, I'm just going to play the run line and the over 9 here. So Padres -1.5, -116, over 9 as well.
Yeah, we're just going to ride with the San Diego Padres run line. I can get it at -109. And here's the whole entire breakdown of it. Pittsburgh Pirates are 3-15 their last 18 games. They're a losing team. I'm not going to back them. And I feel like even though the Padres just traveled across the country to get here, but day off, so it's not as big of a deal. I can't back this Pittsburgh team right now with how badly they're playing. So with it, I'm just going to continue to fade them for a while until they can prove to me that they could win. They've won one game out of their last 13. Padres run line.
Sounds good. Over to the chat.
I'm throwing it up on the side real quick.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was trying to write it down in my book.
You're good.
Rangers, Dodgers, Yankees, Giants, and Reds. We will get into those. Good morning, guys. Good morning, RVD420. And good morning, Grit and Grind.
Grit and Grind, we're seeing our boy again today.
Yeah, it's Gavin Williams Day.
It's Gavin Day. It's Gavin Day.
But we'll move on here. The Baltimore Orioles and the Cincinnati Reds. The Orioles are -145 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. Oh, I forgot to mention this for the first game here. Let me refresh it real quick. And then I can give you the number here for Ballpark Pal. Has PNC Park at +7% runs. Third best on the slate. Second best on the slate. It's going to be this game we're going to be talking about right now in Oriole Park. But let's take a look at the line history here. Line opened up at 130 for the Orioles. It's now up to a -144. A 14-cent line movement towards Baltimore here. Line opened up at a 9 at even money. It's now an 8.5 at -120. So not really much of a move there. I believe within what? Within about an hour and a half, it went from the 9 to an 8.5. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this game here. As we have 61% of the tickets and 74% of the cash is on the under. The line has moved towards the under, which is kind of interesting with the conditions of the ballpark today. And 59% of the tickets, 74% of the cash is on the Orioles. And the line's moved towards the Orioles. Looks like big money coming on the Orioles, and I think there might be the look here, Tim. Andrew Abbott, 1.14 ERA, 0.97 WHIP, 8.37 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%. 3.42 walks per nine, a 190 BABIP, but a 4.2 FIP and a 4.66 SIERA. That 190 BABIP compared to the 4.66 SIERA is telling me he's getting a little lucky. People are getting decent contact off of him, but there's fielders there. Tyler Wells, 2.73 ERA, 0.98 WHIP, 10.31 strikeouts per nine, which is 29%. 2.12 walks per nine, a 239 BABIP, a 387 FIP, and a 3.48 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Baltimore Orioles here. 4.2 FIP with a 4.49 SIERA compared to a 5.43 and 4.58 for the Orioles in this spot here. There's one more thing I wanted to look at real quick with Mr. Abbott here. Is this his first road start or no? He's pitched twice on the road.
He hasn't let up a run on the road. He let him all up home.
He let up 3 runs against the Rockies. I don't think he's going to continue pitching like this. I think we see some regression from both him and the Cincinnati Reds. They've had their fun. Now it's the time that they're going to go on a 7-game losing streak. And I think this is one of those spots where I want to take advantage of that. If you're somebody that looks into the futures market for this, I would look for a live in-season Cincinnati Reds win total under, because I know them to miss the playoffs is still extremely juiced. I'm going to look towards Baltimore in this matchup here, and I know you're on what do you call it? But this is a very, I think, not as similar spot to a game we'll talk about later. But I'm going to actually double down on the Baltimore Orioles here. First 5 in full game. The first 5 minus a half is minus 105 because 140 is my juice layoff, and then it's 144 and 133 for the run line, which is minus 105. So both will be minus 105. Baltimore Orioles first 5 minus a half. Baltimore Orioles full game minus 1.
Wow, you're interested in the Orioles the one day that I didn't do it. Last night on Ballin' Out, I gave out the Cincinnati Reds. So I feel like I can't just completely switch on that one. So unfortunately I kind of lost out on it. I still kind of lean Reds with Abbott on the mound until he proves that until he has a bad game. I want to keep backing him because I've backed him the last 3 games and he's won and covered for me in those games. So it's kind of I can afford to lose one. And this one's plus money, so it is what it is. The Reds have now lost 3 straight, the last 2 against Atlanta and now the first one against Baltimore. When I recorded the video last night, it was in rain delay, so I didn't know what was going to happen to that game. It ended up being 10-3 Baltimore. I'm less and less confident about this game. I'm on the Reds from last night. Not sure how much I really like it now, though. But I can't say let's back the Orioles now because I gave it out on the show last night. I don't feel like that's right.
That's fair. Yeah, it's a full game minus 1, minus 104, not minus 105. I typed it in wrong.
Okay.
Back to the chat. I'm tracking these.
Padres first 5. Yes, it is. Morning, another day, and some clean money. Let's do it. Reds are on a 12-4 streak to the first 5 over. I kind of lean over in this game. Maybe that's a way to get to it, Nick. Did you like the over?
I really want nothing to do with this total.
Fair enough. Yeah, the Reds have just been going crazy with overs. So, LJ, appreciate the statistic. And I kind of look that way now. Yeah, probably look towards an over. If Nick thinks that Abbott gets hit, Reds have been hitting well. See? Mr. Joe, what did you hit last night? How about them Fever looking good and covering the spread and led after the first quarter and halftime? Hell yeah, Joe. Get it. Except for I was on the over and it missed. I did live bet the over, so I kind of made my money back at like 160. Get that. Be more cash. Let's go Orioles. Good luck to you. I'm on the Phoenix Mercury money line. Best bet. I grabbed the over in that game and moved on. And leaning towards the Storm. I don't know. I took Baltimore yesterday, loving the Reds today. I kind of like the Reds too. Minus 5.5 isn't enough for the Liberty. I'll take that. No, I took the home doggy that's 18-12-1 this year. So let's head to this game, Nick.
This is one I'm not a huge fan of, to be completely honest.
Oh.
Why? Let me guess. You really like a side in this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the Giants, but All right, cool. Let's take a look at the line history here with the Giants and the Blue Jays. Line is it's a minus 165 for the Jays with a total of 8.5. Line opened up at 167. It's down to a 165, so a 2-cent line movement towards the Giants. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 125. It's now down to an 8 at minus 120. So a half-run line movement towards the under and a 2-cent line movement towards the Giants. We have 61% of the tickets, 61% of the cash is on the Jays. The lines move towards the Giants. 72% of the tickets, 87% of the cash is on the under. The lines move towards the under in this one here. It's a bullpen game again for the Giants, and how we know that? Because it's Walker making the start here, and he goes usually about, I want to say 2 innings, if I'm not mistaken. I want to take a look.
Anywhere from he's gone 0.2 at one point to 3 innings. So
yeah, so he's not. I'll read out his numbers, but he's not somebody that goes deep into games.
He's pitched. Nick. He's pitched 19 innings this year. I wouldn't go over a lot of it.
I believe usually the primary guy after that Sean Manaea.
Oh boy.
Which I believe Toronto's numbers versus lefties are not as good. And who do you call it? It's a righty. Walker's a righty. And I believe Manaea is the long guy. And versus lefties, Toronto, I believe, falls off a little bit here. If I can find them here. And they're about average 103. All right. So, but they are not the 100. Okay, they're 106 against righties, 103 against lefties. So, 3.26 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, 11.27 strikeouts per nine, which is 31%. 2.67 walks per nine, a 3.47 BABIP, a 3.14 FIP, and a 3.30 SIERA. Bullpen advantage 3.08 FIP, 3.78 for the Giants, 4.32 and 3.97 for the Jays. Hitting advantage goes towards the Giants here, 117 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 106, which is 10th for the Jays. This is one I have really no interest in here. I guess if I had to get to anything, it's plus money with the Giants, but no play. No thank you for me here.
I kind of like the Giants. It's just hard for me to see the Blue Jays as this big of a favorite against a team that has won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 out of 14 games. This Giants team is hot. And I really see no reason to want to fade them right now. They did travel across the country, but at least they had a day off. No, this is a Giant spot for me. Why fix what's not broke? This team is playing really good baseball right now. 12-2 their last 14. I want to grab the Giants at plus money. I'm not a big guy on Gausman. I'm going to continue to. I mean, he's been okay, but I feel like there's value in fading Gausman. So give me the Giants today.
Yeah. What has Gausman done lately?
I'm pulling that up now because Covers likes to freeze on me every I have TBD on Covers, so I can't pull up his stats.
Yeah, let me find. I think I can find him real quick on pitching leaders and stuff like that, because I'm kind of interested to see what he's done lately. I thought he's been pretty good lately. Gauss. There we go. 3 earned runs in his last start. 1-6 against Minnesota, then 1-0, 1-2-2-0-8.
Yeah, he was good for a while. No, I remember that part. I just think that it's just I'm not trying to catch a falling knife. I don't know why I would need to go and try to fade San Francisco right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's a tricky spot. It's a pass for me. Maybe an under. Maybe an under could be a decent look in this game. But
that's fair.
Let's take actually one thing we didn't look at here. Rogers Center minus 4% runs. So not a hitters friendly ballpark. It's a dome, but it's not a hitters friendly ballpark.
There should be no difference in the hitting weather for the dome each day, so it doesn't really matter. Staying away from the Padres, I want to see what they do today. That's fair. Suns are the most overrated team. I fade. They're a home dog. I back. I couldn't see who was pitching for the Jays this morning. It's Gausman. Giants 15-7 as a road dog. I really like the Giants today. I will have money on the Giants today. Damn it, yesterday I said I'm blindly betting Fever first half money line, then cashed out, didn't play. Give me the Brewers, I don't care. Seems like a lock to me, and we'll talk about it now.
Yeah, we'll get into it here. We have the Mets as minus 145 favorites with Peterson on the mound against the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers with, there we go, Julio Teheran on the mound. Line opened up at a minus 130 for the Mets. It's now a minus 142. It's a 12-cent line movement towards the Mets. Line opened up at a 9 minus 110. It's now a 9 minus 115, a 5-cent line movement towards the over, a 12-cent line movement towards the Mets. Let's take a look if the money reflects a movement towards the Mets and a movement towards the over in this one here. I don't know why I'm asking that a question like I know what it is because I do. I've already bet this game. 65% of the tickets and 98% of the cash is on the Milwaukee Brewers. And the lines move towards the Mets. 43% of the tickets and 74% of the cash is on the over, and the lines move slightly towards the over here in this spot here for me. Peterson, we don't have any numbers on him because he's been in the minor leagues the last month. We saw him pitch for Syracuse this week against Durham. I believe he gave up 3 earned runs in 6 innings. He gave up 3 innings. No, it was all in 1 inning. It was all 1 inning for him. And looking at this spot here, I'm not a believer in this Brewers offense. I'm really not. And I don't know why I accidentally clicked on Photoshop. There we go. And for me, and for Teheran here, I expect some heavy regression from him. All right. 1.48 ERA, 0.86 whip, 5.34 strikeouts per 9, which is 16%. 2.08 walks per 9. And here's the biggest part of his regression. A 198 BABIP. That's great. 4.26 FIP and a 4.82 Sierra. Telling me he's getting lucky. With a 4.82 Sierra, your BABIP should be in the 300s. And a 1.48 ERA, and your Sierra is in the 4.82. Maybe the Mets aren't that team to take advantage of it. But 101 WRC plus, which is 15th for the Brewers, 100 for the Mets, which is 16th. They're about even. Bullpen advantage does go towards the Brewers here in this spot. 4.59 FIP and a 4.41 Sierra. 5.09 FIP for the Mets. 5.11 Sierra. So that kind of does put a little bit concerned because I totally forgot to check the bullpens when I made this bet. I have doubled down on the Mets here today. I took them first 5 minus a half and a full game minus 1. And the last time I doubled down on the Mets first 5 full game, they won 11-1. I know when to bet this Mets team. I know when to bet against this Mets team. This is, I think, a bet on spot for them here. I know people are just going to look and take the public dog with Milwaukee. That is getting 98% of the cash and not moving their direction. This is absolutely Mets or nothing with the amount of money coming in on the Brewers and the line moving towards the Mets. So give me the Mets first 5 minus a half. And give me the Mets full game minus 1. The minus a half was minus 101, and the minus 1 was minus 104.
I can't. I'm going to stay completely off this game. I'll let you do whatever you want with it. I can't trust the Mets right now. Nothing's telling me to trust the Mets. Although, you look at it, it's Meatball pitching today, who the last 5 starts he's pitched in the majors, 6 earned runs, 4 earned runs, 4 earned runs, 7 earned runs, 6 earned runs. I don't know. Maybe the minors helped him out a little bit, but he didn't really look all that great in the minors either. So I'm staying completely away from this game. You can do whatever you want with it. I can't put any money on the Mets tonight. But I'm not betting the Brewers. So
yeah,
I don't not now with all that public money on them. That's fine. Stop Tim. Never mind. Mets are horrible as home favorites, 5-20 to the run line.
Cool.
The Mets suck this year. They suck. That's just what it is. I like the Mets anyways. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Brewers first 5 plus a half. Sure. What's up, fellas? Brewers first 5 Sure. Beware of the Royals. They are going to win. No. You forgot. Hey, Munchie, you forgot. It's Gavin Day.
Gavin Williams Day. Yeah, Miami Marlins and the Boston Red Sox. Red Sox minus 120 favorites, total of 9.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the take a look at the line history here in this one. Line opened up at a minus 120 for the Red Sox. It's up to a minus 123. So a 3-cent line movement towards Boston. Opened up at a 9. It's now a 9.5. So it's moved up half a run as well. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this game here. Which we have 53% of the tickets and 86% of the cash is on the Boston Red Sox in this game. 53% of the tickets, 60% of the cash is on the Marlins. Let's take a look at the pitching or the let's look at ballpark power real quick for this game. See how it is hitting wise. This is in Fenway plus 4% runs. 4% runs. So slightly above average hitting conditions here. Let's take a look as we have Sandy Alcantara, who has not been very good. If I can find work, there it is. Nope. Yeah, there it is. Sandy Alcantara and Garrett Whitlock. Sandy, 5.51 ERA, 1.32 whip, 5.79 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 2.48 walks per nine, a 3.05 BABIP, a 3.7 FIP, and a 4.5 SIERA. On the flip side, Whitlock, 3.6 ERA, 1.13 whip, 8.4 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 1.2 walks per nine, a 3.14 BABIP, a 3.10 FIP, and a 3.65 SIERA. And the hitting advantage is dead down the middle, 99.99 WRC plus. Bullpen advantage goes towards Miami here, 3.79 FIP, 3.45 SIERA compared to 4.77 and 4.04 for the Red Sox. I moved on the Red Sox already in this game. I moved on them in the first 5 innings, fading Sandy Alcantara here in this spot at minus 130. I really like this spot. The Lions moved in their direction. I think they have the pitching advantage. Sandy Alcantara, for whatever reason, the Marlins are doing really well this year, and it's no thanks to him. No. He's been bad this year. So I'm looking towards the Red Sox here in the first 5 innings.
I gave it out during Ballin' Out last night. I said Sandy Alcantara is not the same as Sandy Alcantara as last year. And I'm going to continue to fade him. He has not been good. And everybody just remembers the Cy Young Award winner from last year. He has pitched totally different this year. At this point last year, he was like locking up the Cy Young Award with a 2.28 ERA and 6 complete games and a shutout and 207 strike. No, not the same guy this year. 15 starts, he's gotten 2 wins. He's 2-6 with a 5.08 ERA. He's got 1 complete game shutout. It was his second start of the year. 95 2/3 innings. He's allowed 54 earned runs, 29 walks, which is already more than half of what he had last year with 78 strikeouts, which is far less than half. You also got to keep in mind, before last season, he had 205, COVID year, 197. He is still a young pitcher. Like he started, actually, funny thing is, he actually started as a reliever, and he wasn't even a Marlin when he started. He played for one other team. Nick, do you remember what team he played for?
Who? Sandy?
Sandy. Without looking it up.
Was he a Padre?
No, he was a Cardinal.
Cardinal.
Yeah, I think he was part of the Marcelo Zuna trade.
No.
But Sandy's not the same guy as last year. Give me the Red Sox minus 120.
I like it. Yeah. I got the first 5 at minus 130.
Matt Olson over 1.5 bases. He's been insane. Luis Ariz over 1.5 total bases. I 100% agree. Marlins are 17-7 versus interleague play.
Wow, according to LJ, we're going to lose every play we make, Tim.
No, he's just giving.
I know.
But the Marlins are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-10 when Sandy Alcantara pitches this year. So there you go. There's a stat against it.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Hey, LJ's the stat guy, so what? I mean, I trust it, but I can't. I don't back all of them. Good luck to you. Let's head to this game, which I already have a play for.
Atlanta and Minnesota. Atlanta minus 145 favorites with a total of 9 in this game. Reason why they're only minus 145 is Bryce Edler versus Joe Ryan. Lines move 6 cents towards the Braves, though. Minus 141 opening, minus 147 now. And the total opened up at a 9 even money. It's now a 9 at minus 104. So a 4-cent line movement towards the over, a 6-cent line movement towards Atlanta. Let's see if the market reflects that here, as we have 54% of the tickets and 57% of the cash is on the Braves. 92% of the tickets and 99% of the money is on the under in this game. And the lines move 4 cents towards the over. That's interesting. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal for this one here at Truist, plus 5% runs, which is 4th on the slate. So one of the more hitter-friendly ballparks on today's slate. Nice offensive weather for these two teams. Joe Ryan, 4.14 ERA, 0.83 whip, 8.27 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%, 1.38 walks per 9, a 2.14 BABIP, a 3.57 FIP, and a 4.12 SIERA. Bryce Edler, 3.13 ERA, 1.01 whip, 6.82 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 2.27 walks per 9, a 2.33 BABIP, a 4.25 FIP, and a 4.05 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Atlanta Braves, 3.63 FIP, 2.88 SIERA compared to a 3.64 FIP and a 3.81 SIERA for the Twinnies. And looking at this spot for me, I think the more and more I look at it, the more and more obvious it gets. It's the over. The over is, I think, the play in this game. With all the money coming in on the under and the line slightly moves towards the over, they ain't scared of that under money. Tells me that Edler and Joe Ryan are vulnerable in this game, and I can see the Atlanta Braves getting to Joe Ryan here. They struggled to get to Sonny Gray yesterday, but I can see them getting to Joe Ryan here today. And if you like anything with the Twins today, this is a team that you could probably cash some nice home run props with, because I've noticed one thing with the Twins is they're the king of like solo shots. Carlos Correa solo shots, Byron Buxton solo shots, like. This is a team that hits a lot of home runs and lives and dies by the home run ball. And I could see them putting a couple out today against Bryce Edler, which has been good, but I'm expecting negative regression from. I'm going to move on this over. Over 9, minus 104 for me.
Thoughts on a double up for this game?
You like Atlanta as well?
Yeah. Atlanta, 19-4 their last 23 games. We should just be blindly betting them at this point. They don't lose. They just don't.
Yeah.
And I think if you hit the over, it's because Atlanta's putting up 8 by themselves.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to it as well. Give me Atlanta team total over 4.5. It didn't hit yesterday, but
yeah,
I'm going to go back to it.
We'll go Atlanta run line, and we'll take the over with you. Sound good?
Sounds good. Minus 1.
By the way, Atlanta run line plus 130.
That's not a bad look. Atlanta minus 1 probably could have been a nice price too.
Well, I don't like minus ones. I want to go for the money.
I'm more.
Back to the chat, Nick, while I put the plays up on the site.
Yep. Over Red Sox.
I could see it.
I could see it. Yeah, Alcantar's not been great. Big Waves taking the over 9 in Atlanta. Like it. Thanks, LJ. Might add the Marlins to an 18. Oh, boy. Okay. Acuna over half a run today. Totally fine with that. Atlanta has been on fire. ATL minus 2 again. Yeah. Parlayed Atlanta with the Rangers, and we'll get into the Rangers this upcoming game here. Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers minus 185 for the Rangers, total 9.5 in this game. And I was kind of staring at a future that I'm thinking about making here, Tim. And let me see what the number is.
I wouldn't bet it today.
I think that they can continue to lose.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna cap it. If I lean Tigers, I might go ahead and bet this future. I just need to see what the number I can get for it is real quick, which I don't know if Bovada has these numbers, but let's see. They do not have. Dang, they don't have it. Bet Online does, but I don't like betting futures on Bet Online because I hate having it in my bet slip. I think the Rangers missed the playoffs.
Woo!
Yeah. I am not sold on this team whatsoever. Let's see. Oh, I did not mean to create a new tab. You want to take a guess what they are to miss the playoffs?
$3.
$3.25. Yep.
Yeah.
Plus $3.25 for the Rangers to miss the playoffs. But let's get into this game here.
I wasn't looking it up, by the way. I was just guessing.
Yeah. We have the Texas Rangers and the Detroit Tigers, Matt Manning and Martin Perez. Line opened up under minus 210. It's a minus 187 now. It's moved 23 cents in the direction of the Detroit Tigers. Line opened up at a minus 120 to the over. It's now a 9.5 minus 114. So it's moved up half a run and it's moved significantly towards the Tigers. Haven't even looked yet. I'm expecting probably some decent splits here. 29% of the tickets and 59% of the cash is on the Tigers. Bigger bets coming in on the Tigers here. Public all over the Rangers. No surprise there. 68% of the tickets are on the run line. On the Ranger run line. I have no cash flow. 83% of the tickets are on the over. I also have no cash flow on the total, just the side here, which tells me that the Tigers are live doggies in this game. Let's get into the pitching matchup here. It's Matt Manning, which I have to put that into my spreadsheet because that wasn't available last night. Thank you, Detroit Tigers, for not announcing your pitcher last night. Matt Manning. Here we go. And Matt Manning will be making his debut?
No.
Or first appearance off the injury list?
Probably.
You know why? Yes.
Probably.
Now, the last time he pitched was on April 11th. He hasn't pitched since the first week of the season. All right. And on the flip side, we have Martin Perez, which has not been good. 5.46 ERA, 1.39 WHIP, 4.82 strikeouts per nine, which is 12%, 3.86 walks per nine, a 2.44 BABIP, but a 5.8 FIP and a 5.8 SIERA. I want to fade him. And maybe the way to do that is to grab the over in this game, or to grab the Tigers team total over and not worrying about what Matt Manning does in his first appearance back. I think that could be the way to do it. Let's take a look at what the hitting conditions here are in this game. Globe Life minus 7% runs. That's kind of interesting as well, but the line moving towards the over, so they show no fear in that. I'm thinking that the Tigers team total over is a look in this spot. So let's take a look what that would be here for this game. We do have lines for both the Cardinals game and the Cubbies game now, if we want to put those in. If we want to type
okay. I'll be just fading the London game. So
yeah, 3.5 is the team total for the Detroit Tigers. That is my lean for the game. It's minus 135 at the moment. So it's ultimately probably a no play for me, but it's definitely a strong lead towards Detroit.
It's over or nothing, but I kind of want nothing to do with the game. I don't know why. There's a bunch of teams that I'm just not getting right this year, and Texas is one of them as well. I don't want to be avoiding a lot of teams, but it's frustrating whenever I bet the Rangers. If I bet on them, they lose outright and they scored nothing. I bet against them and they score 10 runs. I bet an under. Well, I never bet unders in Texas games. Or I bet an over and they score 2 runs. Like, this is a Texas team that's very frustrating, and I can't get them right. So I'm gonna stay away from this one. Plus, it's against an AL Central team in the Detroit Tigers. I don't trust the Detroit Tigers. It's Matt Manning, I believe, off an injury. There's better spots on today's slate. I'll do something else with it. Oh, you're putting those in, okay?
Yep, I did.
I'm gonna stay away from this game.
Yeah, because I want to get involved in, I think, at least one of those games.
I want to get involved in both, and you got to bet both of them, or none of them, in my opinion. But
I disagree with that statement, but we'll see. This line has moved from 9 to 9.5. So the over. I definitely think the over is worth a look. Is it 9.5? Yeah, it is up to a 9.5 in some spots. Yeah. I think probably the Tigers can put up 4. I don't think that's asking too much. They're coming in off of a nice win. Seager over 1.5 bases. He has not had back-to-back no-hit games all year. There you go. I got the Rangers. Yeah, Rangers over the total, and I'll still take it at 9.5. Yeah, everybody, I bet on LA. Every time I bet on LA, I lose, but I'm taking them today.
Which
there you
LA?
Go. Guessing the Dodgers, I think he mentioned earlier.
Okay.
We'll move on here. This is one that I have an interest in. Framer Valdez and Jordan Montgomery, St. Louis, and Houston in this matchup here. It's a pick 'em with a total of 8. Don't know if there's too much of a line history because this line was just released, I believe, on my book. So let's take a look. It was just released. Actually, it was released at 10:35. So a little less than an hour ago. It was a minus 110. Now it's a minus 105. So a 5-cent line movement towards St. Louis in this game. Line opened up at an 8, minus 120. It's now an 8, minus 122. A 2-cent line movement towards the over. Very, very limited sample size here for tickets. Actually, 3,600 is not bad, considering I've seen way less for some games. Let's take a look here. Had to refresh it here. 69% of the tickets, 99% of the cash early on the Astros, and the lines moved towards the Cardinals.
Nah, you said the line just came out.
Yeah, the line just came out, but it's still 3,700 tickets, so it's something. But I have no cash flows on any of them here. 62% of the tickets are on the under, no cash, and 93% of the tickets are on the run line for the Astros, no cash. Valdez is somebody I'm very high on. I have the MVP Cy Young ticket for him. A 1.91 ERA, 0.94 WHIP the last 30 days, 8.73 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%. 2.45 walks per 9, a 2.56 BABIP, a 2.33 FIP, and a 3.72 SIERA. On the flip side, Jordan Montgomery's been pretty good. 2.1 ERA, 1.03 WHIP, 8.1 strikeouts per 9, which is 23%. 1.8 walks per 9, a 2.89 BABIP, a 2.5 FIP, and a 3.82 SIERA. I think this game goes under. That was my look towards it here. The early markets saying that the Cardinals are live in this game. I'm not really interested in that. Minus 10% runs in this game, which is the second worst on the slate for runs. And we will get to the worst one next game at minus 13% in Wrigley.
Okay.
But I am interested in the first 5 under in this game with Valdez and Montgomery. Montgomery's turned it around this year lately. And Valdez is somebody I think should absolutely shut down the Cardinals and their 55 WRC plus versus left-handed pitching in the last 30 days. 107 for the Astros, but I think that we can see this game be a little bit of a lower scoring one. I took the first 5 under here at 4.5, minus 120.
I mentioned this like a week ago when I saw there was a London game. We're fading the London teams. I do it in the NFL the last couple of years, and it's been successful. You fade them against the spread, and I think we see the same thing in this game, and then the next game we'll talk about. I'm grabbing the Astros. If we fade the teams coming across the country on no days rest, yes, they had a day off, but they had to fly back from London and go to St. Louis and Chicago. And that is a 7-hour time change. That is a lot, and that is a lot for a body to get back to used to. 3 hours back and forth, that could be manageable. 7, that's a lot. I think it's a rough spot for the Cardinals and the Cubs the next game to 2 games maybe. I'm grabbing Houston today, and I'll be on Philly next game as well. And I want to put both of them up.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to take a deeper look into the side for that one. I like the under more than anything here.
Which means you don't want it. Okay.
Probably. Back to the chat.
Seager and Simeon over bases. Sure. Your Valdez, yes. Astros, yes. And under, yes. Astros money line. Framber on the road is money. Cardinals are 6-19 first game of series. I love that stat. That's awesome. That's an awesome stat. This game's like 4-1. I could see it. Nick, would you be more open to it if I went under in the Astros?
Sure.
Sorry, I just want to be able to get the London fade in there. Cardinals jet lag. Yes. Cardinals going to be sleepy. They just want to go home and get some rest and get laid.
They did that yesterday. They had a day off.
No, I'll put the under and the Astros up. And you know what? Let me look up a line real quick because I might look to do it for both games. Cardinals and Cubs, both team total under a half.
Get shut out.
Get shut out today.
Well,
what would be an alternate line for that? Hold on, let me find that real quick. Runs. They don't have.
No.
I can get Cardinals under 2.5 runs at plus 170. And I can get. Well, I could probably do the same. About the same for the Cubbies. That's what I would look. So yeah, team total unders.
Good luck. We'll head on to the next matchup here. These are suspiciously low. I mean, they're both on the road. Never mind. Both these teams come from London and they head back home. Chicago Cubs hosting the Philadelphia Phillies. -120 for the Phils. Total 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history for this one here. As this line opened up at a -115, it's up to a -122 for the Phils. I like this spot better for the London fade than the other one, personally.
Because you like the Cardinals.
No, because of the line movement and because of other factors. So yeah, I actually had the Phillies written down last night. -120 was the opening line for the over 8.5. It's now -107. So a 13-cent line movement towards the under. Another under could be interesting in this game as well. As we have 70% of the tickets are on the under, no cash flow. 62% of the tickets, 64% of the cash is on the Phillies. The lines move towards the Phillies in this one. Here, let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this one. This one also had a. That's why I remember now. That's why I had the Phillies as a much better play for the London fade than the Astros, because the Phillies get to go up against Jameson Taillon. 5.33 ERA, 1.37 whip, 6 strikeouts per 9, which is 16%, 3 walks per 9, a 291 BABIP, a 545 FIP, and a 5.40 SIERA. On the flip side, Ranger Suarez, 1.38 ERA, 1.04 whip, 7.99 strikeouts per 9, which is 23%, 2.48 walks per 9, a 261 BABIP, a 311 FIP, and a 3.92 SIERA. Bullpen advantage for Sierra goes towards the Phillies, but for FIP goes to the Cubbies. So do with that as you please. I'm going to call it about even 94 WRC plus for the Phils, which is 20th compared to 91, which is 20th against lefties for the Cubbies. I think that this is the better London fade because you have more of an edge in this game, I think. Let's take a look at there's the Philly Stadium here.
Citizens Bank Park.
Except for we're at Wrigley Field, which is negative.
Oh, you asked Philly. Sorry.
Yep. Which is negative 13% runs, which is the worst on the slate for that game there. And wow, this first 5 has already moved to 135. I'm going to double down on the Phillies here. First 5 full game, -135, -122. Just straight fade of Jameson Taillon as well in this spot. So Phillies first 5, Phillies full game for me in this one.
Yep, fade the London game. And I with me, it was you had to back both or none of them, and that was kind of my type of deal with it. And I'm fading both the teams that are coming off of London. It's very difficult to come across the bond and play again.
Yeah, you said money line, right? We're laying the 122.
Yeah, I did 122 on the site.
All right, appreciate it. Knowing you were going to go run line, which I don't want to do run line.
I mean, them being on the road makes it a little bit easier, but no, I
Yeah.
understand. No, I'm fading the London game again. That's just it's something I do. It's situational handicapping. Sometimes the numbers are great. I love your numbers and all that stuff. At some points, we got to look at it and be like, well, these are human beings, and there's other factors that go into each capping, and them traveling across a big pond of water is definitely going to be part of my cap. Or a win streak will be part of the cap, or what happened last night, if it was a blowout, will be part of my cap. I know you're all numbers. I'm a little bit more on the situational side. That's why I'm very easily was able to grab Philly and Houston today. So, Philly, fade the London game.
There you go.
Back to the chat.
Yep. Good morning, guys. Just logged into the show. WNBA at the end of the show. Yes.
Correct.
Lean under in Philly. I lean under as well. But we'll move on here. Cleveland Guardians, Kansas City Royals. Happy Gavin Williams Day. For this matchup, total of 9 in this one. Let's take a look at this line history in this one here with our boy Gavin Williams. Line opened up at 135. It is still 135. So the line hasn't moved. Line opened up at a 9 minus 120. It's down to a 9 minus 115, a 5-cent line movement towards the under in this game. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this one here. 49% of the tickets, 88% of the cash is on the Royals, and the line's not moved. No line movement whatsoever. 56 or 44% of the tickets, 66% of cash is on the under, and the line has moved 5 cents towards the under in this one. Here, let's take a look at the pitching matchup in this one. Gavin Williams, we don't have too much for him right now. He only pitched 1 start, and he gave up 4 runs in that 1 inning.
Yeah.
So
all no out.
Yeah, his numbers are not very good, but it was only 1 start, so I'm not gonna ding him too hard for that. 4.28 ERA, 1.43 WHIP for Singer in the last 30 days, 7.9 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 2.96 walks per 9, a 3.37 BABIP, a 3.56 FIP, and a 4.29 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Royals in this game, actually. 3.76 FIP and a 3.79 SIERA compared to 4.2 and 4.74. Hitting advantage goes towards the Guardians, 109, which is 8th, compared to 104, which is 12th for the Royals. So the Royals have been playing a little bit better as of late. Their bullpen is actually not terrible. And I think that this is a first 5 spot only for me with the Guardians. And you can get it at minus 130. So Guardians first 5, minus 130 for me. I'm not playing the full game because I do think the edge is for the first 5 with the Guardians rather than the full game. But Guardians first 5 money line for me here in this spot at minus 130. Real quick before I toss it over to you here for the ballpark conditions here. Kauffman Stadium, minus 1% runs today. Minus 24% home runs, plus 11% triples, doubles, and plus 5% singles. So it looks like probably the wind's blowing in, and we're not going to see as many home runs today, which should help our boy Gavin. So Cleveland Guardians here in the first 5 for me at minus 130.
Happy Gavin Williams Day. We're gonna make it a day. Cleveland Earle. He got his taste of the big leagues in his last start against Oakland. Had 5 2/3 strong innings, and I'll call that was a really good start by him. It was all in the 3rd inning with no outs. That he allowed up a couple base hits, which allowed up a run and then a 3-run bomb. After that, settled right back in, and the only base runner outside of that little portion of the 3rd inning was a walk. Might have been 2 walks. He let up 2 walks. I think Gavin has a solid start. And we see him get his first major league win today. I think Cleveland scores a little bit against Brady Singer, who has not been good this year. I'm going to take my boy Gavin, get his first major league win, and cover the run line at plus 118.
Run line. You can get, I think, money line for 135.
No, I did run line.
Okay.
At plus money. 135 is a little bit too much.
Not really, but okay.
Okay. I know we have different opinions on juice, so that's fine. Back to the chat.
Royals, no. Guardians over 9 and Guardians first 5.
I like that.
We'll head into the next matchup here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games remaining here on the MLB slate. Dodgers and Rockies, minus 275 for the Dodgers, total 11.5 in this game. Let's take a look here at the line history here with the Dodgers and the Rockies. Line opened up at 266. It's up to a 272. A 6-cent line movement towards the Dodgers. Line opened up at a 12. Is now an 11.5. A full half-run line movement down towards the under, which tells me that probably an under can be an interesting look in this game. We have 84% of the tickets and 74% of the cash is on the Dodgers, 16% of the tickets, 26% of the cash is on the Rockies. Lines move towards the Dodgers. 58% of the tickets, 77% of the cash is on the under. The lines move towards the under here in this spot. This is obviously the number one hitting conditions of the slate. 37% runs, 29% home runs, 18% doubles, triples, and plus 19% singles. So massively offensive weather, but who is surprised that Coors Field is massively offensive today? Connor Siebold, 5.75 ERA, 1.28 whip, 7.08 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 2.66 walks per 9, a 2.71 BABIP, a 5.28 FIP, and a 4.91 SIERA. He's not been very good. Kershaw, on the other hand, has been really strong. 2.25 ERA, 1.09 whip, 9.56 strikeouts per 9, which is 26%, 2.53 walks per 9, a 2.59 BABIP, a 4.02 FIP, and a 3.85 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Dodgers, 3.25 FIP, 3.44 SIERA compared to 5.5 and 4.9 for the Rockies. The Dodgers have 99 WRC plus versus right-handed pitching, which is 19th in baseball, compared to the Rockies, who against lefties have 66 WRC plus last 30 days, which is 27th. So the Rockies are not hitting lefties. Line's moving down. I think the under is worth a look in this game, even though it's obviously extremely offensive weather for Coors Field. It always is. But you can get a first 5 under 6.5. I'm kind of leaning towards that direction. Don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on it, but I definitely do not trust the Rockies to score any runs in this game. So I lean under first 5 under in this game with the Rockies and the Dodgers. I cannot back the Rockies the way they hit lefties, though.
Oh, no?
No.
No. I like the Rockies today. I gave them out on Ballin' Out plus 245 yesterday. For whatever reason, I think the Dodgers kind of struggle at Coors Field. I couldn't find any statistics, right? Is there a way to find statistics on that? Because I feel like the Rockies have cashed a lot of big plus monies at Coors Field over the last couple of years. And those are good Dodger teams against a bad Rockies team. And it's the same deal this year. Where it's a bad Rockies team that's 18 games under. Although the Dodgers this year aren't as good as they are normally. They're only 9 games over right now. So, and that's crazy to say that they're not as good as they normally are. I'm on the Rockies today. I grabbed a big plus money with a big home dog. What is the trend with home dogs? Home dogs this year in the MLB. 223. Oh, no, it's against the spread. That's against the spread. Never mind. 174 and 240. So not particularly good. But 223 and 193. 223, 193 on the plus 1.5. So maybe a look towards Rockies plus 1.5 if you think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I like the Rockies today.
Yeah, this is tricky.
But
in the first 5 innings, now my system only works when the full game is this. Dodgers are minus 300 for the first 5 innings.
Huh.
But it only counts if it's full game. Both of them have to be minus 300 in order for me to double up on the spot. I'm interested in this under 6.5. I'm going to play it. First 5 under 6.5 at minus 110 here. It's a high total. And I could see the Dodgers putting up 4 or 5 runs in the first 5 innings and it's still cashing. We lost Tim. But yeah, I'm going to move on the Dodgers, Rockies, first 5 under 6.5 at -110. Putting that into my tracker now. There we go. And tracked. All right. Let's move on here to the chat.
By the way, I totally missed anything you said the last 15, 20 seconds because the StreamYard decided to kick me out.
Yeah, I moved on the first 5 under 6.5.
All right, have fun.
Good morning, my guys. Good morning, Nathan Cerna. Lost my ass yesterday with the -200 Rangers against the Tigers. I lean the Tigers again today. Rockies first 5 money line. F it. Freddie Freeman over 1.5 bases. Yeah, I missed a lot. Best bet today.
Can I go 2 of them? Oh,
yeah, go for it.
Houston and Philly. Fade the line.
Yeah. Replay. Dodgers for Munchie. Rockies money line for Nathan Cerna. Dodgers are just a mess. We remember the series last year. Rockies smoked the Dodgers 3 straight.
Yes, they did.
Dodgers first 5 -310. Sheesh. Yeah, full game's only -272. I might be playing the first 5 full game later if this game gets up to -300. Series, yeah. I thought the Dodgers were better prior years. Yeah, puffing a bowl of papaya cake kush. There you go, Nathan. I got some banana cream. There, all right. But we got some White Sox and Angels in this spot. The Angels -180 favorites, total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here between good old Shohei Ohtani and Michael Kopech. Line opened up at -201. It's now a -179. So a 22-cent line movement towards the White Sox in this game. Line opened up at an 8. It's now an 8.5. So it's moved up half a run. Not a full half-run line movement because it's still juiced towards the under. It was juiced towards the over. We have 80% of the tickets and 95% of the cash is on the Angels, and the lines move towards the White Sox. Really nothing will go wrong. 67% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here for this one. Shohei has not been as good lately. 3.3 ERA, 1.33 whip, 11.1 strikeouts per 9. Still getting all those strikeouts, 29%. 3.6 walks per 9, a 324 BABIP, a 383 FIP, and a 3.73 SIERA. Michael Kopech's getting hit a little bit too. 3.65 ERA, 1.46 whip, 12.41 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%. 4.74 walks per 9, a 328 BABIP, a 469 FIP, and a 3.96 SIERA. So he's not been very good, Kopech. Maybe this is an over spot. Bullpen advantage goes towards the White Sox, 3.12 FIP and a 3.58 SIERA compared to 4.93 and a 4.58. 136 WRC plus for the Angels versus righties recently, or last 30 days, which is second in baseball. 89 for the White Sox, which is 25th. I would have loved to find a way to back the White Sox in this game. Kopech's giving me no reason. The White Sox hitting is not giving me a reason. It's just this White Sox team I don't trust. So
I think you're going to see better performances out of Kopech in the next month and a half, up until trade deadline, because I think Michael Kopech's on a different team by the end of the year. I think he's going to be one of those trade pieces because you White Sox are going to sell, and they're going to sell like crazy. Kopech, Cease, and a bunch of the position players will be gone too. I'm going White Sox. I think there's value in fading Ohtani right now, and the fact that the line has dropped that much, I think it dropped too much. So I don't think it dropped too much. I think it works because I am going to be grabbing the Chicago White Sox today, and it's not pretty, but I don't like taking pretty plays. It's not fun to take pretty plays. Give me the White Sox money line in this one.
I like it. All right, I lean that way. The markets are telling me White Sox. My X's and O's are telling
Firing
me
it away.
so fast. Yeah, I'm personally not betting it.
White Sox money line up on the site.
Yeah, I'm personally not betting it. I've got a decent enough card as is, and I'm looking to make a play on at least 2 of these last 3 games. So back to the chat.
More weed talk. Would you take a stab at the Ohtani home run? Why not? Why not? Has the MLS League become more popular in the United States than it was 10, 15 years ago? Yes. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning. White Sox first 2 full game plus 175. Okay. Yeah. Almost thread the needle. Fever spread came in. The over is so close. Yeah. It was close. I wish it went over. I was kind of hoping for overtime, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Go to the next game?
Yeah, we'll head on over to the next game, and it's another day in the MLB. It's Paul Blackburn Day.
Okay.
Good old Paul
I'll
Blackburn.
put it up.
Yankees minus 130 favorites, total of 8 in this game. Only minus 130 are these Yankees with Brito on the mound against Blackburn. Line opened up at 145. It's a 129 now for the Yankees. A 16-cent line movement towards Oakland. Line opened up at an 8.5. It went down to an 8, all the way down to a 7.5. It's back up to an 8 now. Really don't want too much to do with that total. I really just want to back the back Oakland in the first 5. 42% of the tickets and 41% of the cash is on the Oakland Athletics. Not the usual ticket count here for Oakland. 20% of the tickets and 25% of the cash is on the under in this game. And the lines move towards the under, which is kind of interesting. If I remember right, it's moved to the under. It opened up at 8.5 and it's moved down to a 8, and it was down to a 7.5 at one point. Neither of these teams are hitting at all, and this may be a thread the needle type of game for me. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here: Paul Blackburn and Johnny Brito. Brito, I believe, made his first appearance in his last start. Was good, 0 ERA, 0.53 WHIP, 4.76 strikeouts per 9, which is 15%, 1.59 walks per 9, and 125 BABIP with 274.
No, he's pitched a bunch.
He's pitched a bunch. Okay, and a 4.81 ERA.
And that was his first start in over a month.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the first game. That's the only game of numbers I have on my spreadsheet.
Okay, so don't take those for a grain of salt because over the season he's pitched 11 times, a 4.89 ERA, 6 innings pitched, 25 earned runs, 19 walks on 33 strikeouts, 7 homers. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
On the flip side, Paul Blackburn, 4.2 on ERA, 1.48 WHIP, 10.52 strikeouts per 9, which is 26%, 2.45 walks per 9, a 382 BABIP, a 3 FIP, and a 3.7 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Yankees, 2.92 FIP, 3.25 SIERA compared to 4.14 and 4.48. Well, hitting advantage is actually with the Oakland Athletics here, Tim. 2.92 WRC plus, which is 24th, compared to 80, which is 29th for the Yankees. So the hitting advantage is with the A's as well. With that being said, though, I think I want to thread the needle in this game because I really like this under as well. And let's take a look at what we can get here for this one. As we have the A's. Oh, boy. That's minus 146 for the under. For the plus a half, my bad. It's a 4 for the total. And it's a minus 107 for the A's first 5. We're going to take a shot at both, saying that Paul Blackburn has a shutdown first 5 innings here. I'm going to take the Oakland A's first 5 money line at minus 107. I'm not taking a half a run. Usually like what I would do with my unders because, I mean, it's tough to do that with it being minus 146. I'm going to take the first 5 under 4 as well at even money in this game. I think we have a low scoring 1-0, 2-1 type of first 5 innings here in favor of Oakland. So Oakland first 5, under 4.
Ride the wave?
Yeah, ride the wave.
Ride the wave. I grabbed the Oakland Athletics money line, and I threw it up there. Even though this is a team that's just been losing like crazy lately. They've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 11 games, and they're essentially a pick 'em. against a Yankee team that just took 2 out of 3 from one of the best teams in the American League. That just seems like a very, very weird line to me, Nick. Does that seem like a weird line to you, or am I just crazy?
It does.
It's also Paul Blackburn versus Brito, but
it's also the Yankees have not been hitting lately.
Yeah, no Judge has definitely impacted their offensive capabilities. Oakland for me in this one. We'll continue to ride the wave. And Nick, we need a gift for the riding the wave.
Yes, we do.
Go back to the chat, Nick. I'm going to put up a couple more things. Or do a couple things on the site.
Where did we leave off?
Somewhere throwing the needle there.
There we go. In Paul Blackburn, we trust A's first 5 money. I don't know where you're seeing plus 150. It's minus 107.
Nathan, where are you getting these lines?
Yeah, where are you getting minus or plus 150? I would love to.
Are you getting a local bookie or something?
Yeah. Opinions on Astros, A's, Padres, and Braves winning.
Astros, yes. A's, yes. Padres, yes. Braves, yes.
Yep. LSU smashed the Gators and crushed the small plus 200 futures when it was down to 3 teams. Did good work. Spanky's team total under 3.5. I like that.
Yep.
Ride the tiny wave first 5. A's money line.
Tiny wave.
Yeah. Let your balls hang parlay is Rockies money line, Boston run line. Wow. Let your balls hang there, buddy. Rockies money line.
Yes, I like the Rockies today.
Somehow the Braves, that first 5 run line. Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't on that, but I was on the team total. LSU ruined my parlay. Dang. Or ruined my LSU parlay with the Braves first 5. Yeah. 2-teamer Rockies first 5, A's first 5. That is gloriously beautiful. The Rockies and the A's. Chef's kiss. Beautiful. Not bad. The fact that A's minus a half first 5. Let's go A's. Yeah. Plug your nose and don't look back at it. Play of the day. Rockies first 5 and full game money line. If it hits minus 300, I will. I am not betting them unless it's a minus 300 though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Over or under in Liberty versus Sun game.
Over.
Leaning Liberty first half and over the Sharps like the under ? We will be getting into that soon.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. You guys on the under for what?
The
first 5 under for Oakland, yes. For Oakland, yes. Today's baseball is insane. Fading the best teams ever, Dodgers and Yankees. Yeah.
Best teams ever? That's a little bit
not incorrect.
It's not,
yeah. Books want you to back that Bristol Yankee team. Yeah.
Bristol Yankee. I thought Scranton was the Phillies.
Yeah. You got to grab them early A's plus 130 last night. Yeah, I did not because I don't back A's full games.
I did.
This one's interesting, and we have Tampa as a dog in this game. Minus 125 for the Diamondbacks, total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here between Tage Bradley and Zach Gallen. Line opened up at 126. It is still a 126. Line opened up at an 8.5 even money. It's now an 8 minus 120. So a half run line movement towards the under. No line movement on the total or on the side in this game. No line movement on the side. Half run line movement towards the under. Let's see if it reflects that. 57% of the tickets and 65% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks. The line has not moved. 70% of the tickets, 85% of the cash is on the under. And the line has moved towards the under in this one. Here. Let's take a look at the ballpark pal real quick, which, by the way, for Oakland Coliseum, minus 8% runs from last game there. Let's take a look for – what are we doing? Why am I drawing a complete blank on what game we're doing?
Real quick, when the ballpark pal, is that the conditions compared to the last game, or is that just the conditions compared to every other stadium?
Compared to an average stadium,
I
believe.
I was confused on what it was for a minute. All right, gotcha.
Yeah. And for Chase Field, it is plus 3% for Chase Field here. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this spot. Bradley, 3.28 ERA, 1.26 whip, 13.5 strikeouts per nine, which is 35%, 4.01 walks per nine, a 339 BABIP, but a 213 FIP, and a 3.24 CR. On the flip side, Gallen, 2.56 ERA, 1.23 whip, 8.24 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 1.71 walks per nine, a 322 BABIP, a 365 FIP, and a 4.02 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards the Rays, 3.33 FIP, 3.26 SIERA compared to 3.31 and 3.89. Bradley the Rays 116 WRC plus, which is sixth, and against righties, and the Diamondbacks seventh at 111. I like the Rays in this spot. In this game, the line's not moved, even though more of the money and more of the tickets are coming in on the Diamondbacks in this spot, and I can get plus 115 and plus 116 first five in full game. I'm going to grab that both of those with the Rays today. Rays first five plus 115, Rays full game plus 116.
Absolutely not. Oh boy. All right. We are way differing on this one. I'm on Arizona. And I think these might be one of the most drastic home road splits. And I think it might end up costing Zach Gallen the Cy Young that way. On the road, fade Gallen on the road. That's fine. He's 2-2, 5.08 ERA, 44 innings pitched on the road. At home, I want nothing to do with fading him. 7-0, 1 ERA, 54 innings pitched, only 7 earned runs, and 67 strikeouts. A 0.85 whip at home. He's insane. Yeah, that's not something I want to fade on the road. And they're favorited because of Gallen. And they should be favorited because of Gallen. And Taj Bradley's not that good. Hey, it should say something when the best team in baseball is a dog.
Versus the favorite for the National League Cy Young Award. I'm not concerned about that whatsoever.
MLB records as dog. Let me look up favorites. Here's as underdog, the Tampa Bay Rays. I want to see what they are as a dog this year. 4-6. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. But no, most of the time if they're a dog for a reason. I'm rolling with the D-backs. I got to back my boy Zach Gallen.
Good luck.
Doing it all year, and he's been very profitable at home.
All right, back to the chat.
Yes.
Where'd you leave off?
I don't remember. You gotta grab it early. This is where we left off.
Yeah, I was projecting the line. I thought Spankies were favorites, so I thought the line would be nice for A's first five. There you go. I like the over in the Sun. Also lean Sun money line because Liberty don't cover spreads. Trill OG stat of the day: the Diamondbacks are 22-0 and since 2019 as a favorite of minus 150 or less, of less than minus 150 in the first game of a series. On the third week of July, when the temperature is between 70 and 90 degrees, and when the pitcher is wearing purple underwear. No, I'm just having fun with that.
Come on.
I had to throw some type of
Jake dirty like that. That was mean.
I'm just messing around. Rays.
No.
Yeah, I like the Rays. First five Diamondbacks. I think I'm going to pass on. I like both teams. Yeah. I'm riding. I'm back on. I'm riding to wave D-Cracks run line. No.
Yes.
It's our boy Zach Gallen. Gallen K-prop. Arizona to win. Gallen all over 6 Ks. Yep. Diamondbacks. More Diamondbacks. More Diamondbacks. Opinions on Rangers and Reds bounce back tonight. I lean Tigers, and I bet the Orioles. I doubled up on the Orioles. Might take a nerfy. Bradley is a better road pitcher, isn't he? Yep. wearing purple underwear. Yes, specifically purple underwear. Early CFL leads Edmonton Elks first half and full game under. Blue Bombers
Stop
over.
betting the Elks, Nick. Stop betting the Elks.
He's leaning them. Argonauts versus the BC Lions under. I have moved on 3 plays so far. I was going to move on a 4th, but unfortunately, the line moved from 3.5 down to 3 right in front of my face. And BetOnline is the only book not offering a 3.5 on the Edmonton Elks right now against a team on a 13.
You can't take an alternative?
I can't buy a point or anything like that right this second. I would have to bet 3 at -108. But I'm leaning Elks if I can get 3.5. I'm on the Blue Bombers -6 and the full game over 48.5. And I've already bet the Argos at +105. The Argos are my best bet of the week.
Okay. Yikes.
Yikes. Yeah. Like I might put the Argos up twice on the site. Like I might put their spread and their money line type of thing. I think the Argos. No, that's my best bet this weekend. But Seattle Mariners -200 favorites against the Washington Nationals. Total of 8 in this game. Final game of the slate. In this one here, between Jake Irving and Brian. Woo! Line opened up at -210. It's -224 now for the Mariners. Line opened up at 8.5. It's down to an 8 now, -124. That's kind of interesting. Let's take a look at the money in this game. As we have 28% of the tickets and 80% of the cash is on the Nationals. And yet the lines move towards the Mariners. No respect for the 80% of the tickets or the 80% of the cash. 25% of the tickets, 84% of the cash is on the under. There is respect for that. The lines move down half a run. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. I don't know what they're seeing for an under because Jake Irving's been horrible. 4.05 ERA, 1.45 whip, 6.3 strikeouts per 9, which is 16%, 3.15 walks per 9, a 3.18 BABIP, a 3.87 FIP, and a 5.11 SIERA. On the flip side, Brian, 5.09 ERA, 1.13 whip, 12.74 strikeouts per 9, which is 34%, 2.55 walks per 9, a 3.17 BABIP, a 3.49 FIP, and a 3.96 SIERA. He's been getting unlucky with a 3.17 FIP and a 2.96 SIERA, or a BABIP and SIERA there. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Mariners, 4.22 FIP, 3.58 SIERA compared to 5.07 and 4.78. 94 WRC plus for the Nationals, 92 for the Mariners. I really don't have an interest in this game. I wanted to back the Mariners in this spot, but the line's just way too big for me, in my opinion. This is a simple pass for me to end the slate. I have a big enough MLB slate as is. I have got a lot of action, so no need to worry about adding more here.
Yeah, I don't need to get after this one either. What's Seattle? Seattle run line's -110, but I'm not going after it. Cole Irving has not been good, and I know Brandon Wu's probably got some good advanced stats. I don't trust him. No, plenty of plays today in the MLB. We're good to go. I'm ready to move on to WNBA.
Sounds good. Back to the chat. I'm starting to type up
Definitely a poop play taking Elks against the Red Blacks. No, it's a 1-800 gambler game.
Well, I keep in mind the Red Blacks have lost 13 consecutive home games.
Yeah. You like the Nationals today, took Seattle yesterday. There you go. Jake Irving over 2.5 earned runs. I could see it. The Nats spread those cheeks and sold first five last night. Woo, you know it. Seattle first 5. That's fine. Let's jump into this one, Nick.
Yeah, let's get into the WNBA here in this spot here. All right. We have the New York Liberty and the Connecticut Sun. The Liberty are 5-point favorites in this game with a total of 167. Let's get to my line histories. Let's switch from baseball to WNBA, and let's get into it. The Liberty opened up as a -2, really was a -4, actually, and it's gone up to a 5. So a 1-point line movement towards the Liberty here in this game. I think up to a 6 at one point, but line opened up at a 164.5. It's now a 166.5 in this game. So a 2-point line movement towards the over, a 1-point line movement towards the Liberty. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this game. Let's have this make sense. 25% of the tickets and 83% of the cash is on the Sun. Lines move towards the Liberty, but 50% of the tickets, 79% of the cash is on the under, and the lines moved up, which is telling me this game should be a higher scoring game. This is in I feel like a little flashing light saying over. Both these teams have trended towards the over so far this year. Connecticut's on 9-6 to the over. The Liberty are 7-5 to the towards the over in this one here. Let's take a look at Liberty real quick. I want to see what their numbers are real quick offensively. Team stats. They are number 3 at 79.9 points a game on defense, and they're scoring 87.9, which is number 2 in the WNBA. I think this game goes over the total. I lean towards the Liberty if I had to bet the side in this game, but I'll take the over 66.5 or 166.5 here between Liberty and Sun.
I'm going to end up doubling up on this game. I'm going to end up having 5 plays today. I looked at a couple of things and realized I forgot to bet one thing for the last game, and it is what it is. I'm going to be on Connecticut in the over. First of all, home doggy with Connecticut, 18-12-1 this year. That's 60%. I'm going to keep on backing it, and I'll grab the over. Both teams heavy trending teams this year, and New York's not afraid to run. I think they'll run today. Connecticut will put up some points. I think Connecticut wins this game. I think maybe a Connecticut team total over as well, if you really wanted to go big with this game. But Connecticut in the over for me to start off the WNBA slate today.
There you go. Back to the chat.
My computer's really laggy. Natty's team total over. Good luck. Liberty. Nope. Detroit killed my 16 parlay yesterday. That's rough. Rangers are close to being on a temporary do not bet list after mauled by the Tigers. They did. CFL teams that are dead on arrival are the Stampeders, Red Blacks, Tiger, and Ticats. So proceed with cautions. I won't bet on them. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Red Blacks either. I like this. I think the Stampeders take a turn it around though.
Sun, a good home team. Liberty nearly lost at home to the Mystics last time. Liberty still needs some time to get their chemistry down, I think. But that's just me. We'll head to the 1-800-GAMBLER game of the day.
Yeah. The Minnesota Lynx and the Seattle Storm, 2.5-point favorites are the Lynx. Total of 160.5. And actually, this line's moved, Tim. The Lynx are now 3.5-point favorites. And the line's gone from a 165.5 to a 160.5. I have no interest in that total. When lines move that much, I have no interest in totals. And we'll probably learn that very oftenly in college basketball this upcoming season as well. I don't know why my page just did that. All right. Now I can scroll back down.
I'm ready for college basketball.
Yeah. College basketball, if the line moves that much, I'm just going to leave those totals alone. But we have 59% of the tickets, 70% of the cash is on the Lynx. The lines move towards the Lynx. I have no cash flow on the total, though, in this one here. The Lynx feel like the play for me here in this one. And I know it's 1-800-GAMBLER, and usually 1-800-GAMBLER games, you look towards the dog. The Lynx, 4-9, 6-7 ATS, 4-9 over under. Seattle 4-9, but they're 8-4-1 ATS, which is 7-6 over under. The Lynx have been playing better basketball as of late, though. They've won 3 of their last 5 games. Their only losses were to 2 of the top teams in the WNBA in Las Vegas and Connecticut. Their 3 wins, though, were against LA, and LA. So this team knows – we know they can beat the Sparks.
Yeah, they can.
We got that one down. Can they beat other teams here? I lean towards the Lynx in this game. I think maybe the line's moved a little too much, maybe 3.5, maybe a little bit too much. But I lean towards the Lynx in this game at the 3.5 number.
Yeah, I got 164, and I got the under. I just dropped 3.5 points. Minnesota is a heavy under team this year as of late. I believe they've gone under in 4 straight and 6 out of 7. And they're just not scoring right now. 4 straight, 6 out of 7. In those games, they scored 68, 67, 62, 77. The one game that went over, they scored 91 versus LA. Indiana, they scored 69, and then they scored 80 versus Washington. This is not a high-scoring team. Although Seattle's not good defensively, I think Seattle struggles shooting as well. I took the under. I got it at 164. It's now 160 and a half. I don't know if I would bet it now, but I got the under at 164.
Sure. Good chat.
Rebecca Allen in place of B. Jones speeds up the pace for her shooting. There you go. Kids at school going skateboarding. Good luck, everybody. Have a happy Tuesday. You too, Munchie. College basketball is betting mecca for me. I'm ready for it. I like Storm first half, Wings first half. We'll be talking about the Wings game in a minute. Lynx suck. Elksworth, a shot pairing with the Stallions for a little bit of plus money. Good luck to you. Should be under. Storm's offense is awful. It really is. Let's jump into this final game, Nick.
Yeah. Let me get back to the page here. Here we go. Dallas Wings. Oh, the good old Dallas Wings. Minus 3.5 point favorites in Phoenix, taking on the Mercury. Total of 167.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. As this line opened up at a 7, and it immediately, within 40 minutes, went down to a 5, and it's now all the way down to a 3.5. This total opened up at a 169. It's now 168. A 1-point line movement towards the under in this game. We have 89% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the over, and the lines move towards the under. Makes me lean towards the under. 58% of the tickets, 85% of the cash is on the Mercury. Lines move towards the Mercury here in this spot. I really don't have any interest in this on this side. I will look towards the total in this game, and I will look towards the under 168 in this spot. All the money coming in on the over, and yet the lines move down a point since the opening line. I will go ahead grab under 168 here for the Mercury and the Wings to end this card.
What did you get? Sorry?
Under 168.
All right. Well, I kind of marked it a loser at this point because I have the over 170. Yeah, I'm not happy with the line movement. It is what it is. That's why I also just grabbed the Mercury plus 3.5. Home dogs 18, 12, and 1. I was very hesitant to do it today. I almost decided to negate this one entirely. But I gotta follow the trend. And I think I get at least either Connecticut or Phoenix, if not both, today. So at bare minimum, I still think it's going to be hitting at a decent clip. I'm going to be taking the dog, and I do have over in this game at 170.
My bad.
I don't blame you now because you got a bad line on it now, but I watched this game end up landing at 169 and we both lose.
Probably.
So, but Mercury in the over for me.
All right. That is the entire card.
Love the sarcasm. Good old Dallas Wings. Just Wings first half. Not interested in backing that man Griner and the Mercury. I'm not interested either, but I follow the trends, and right now the trend is bet all the home dogs in the WNBA, and you're hitting at 60%. So I'll take that all day.
Yep.
That is all the games, Nick.
That's all the games. That's all the chat. So it's time for
housekeeping.
Yep, housekeeping. Let's get it. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all links in the description below: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, Merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the EarleSportsBets.com website. It's all linked down below. Check out SeatGeek concert ticket needs. ESP at checkout, $20 off your first purchase. Check out Ballin' Out with Tim Earle on the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel. I posted late today because I accidentally uploaded it after midnight and didn't realize I set it for the 28th and not the 27th. So it did not premiere at 7. It premiered at like 10:15 or whatever. But check out Ballin' Out with Tim Earle on the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel as well. Recapping, we're continuing to fade the Pirates, taking the Padres run line. I like the Reds today, although it's not as much anymore. I like the Giants, Red Sox, Braves run line, Astros, Phillies, Guardians run line, Rockies, Oakland, Arizona. And then I like Connecticut and the over, I like the under in the Minnesota game, and I like Mercury and the over. Nick?
Yeah. I am on Padres run line -1.5, -116. I'm on the full game over 9 and Padres Pirates as well at -105. Got a bunch of double ups today, I've noticed. Orioles first 5 -0.5, -105. Full game -1, -104. Mets first 5 -0.5, -101. Mets full game -1, -104. Red Sox first 5 money line -130. Houston, St. Louis first 5 under 4.5 -120. Atlanta team total over 4.5 -125. Full game over 9 -104. Phillies first 5 -135. Phillies full game -122. Guardians first 5 -130. Colorado, LA first 5 under 6.5 -110. Oakland first 5 -107. Oakland, New York first 5 under 4 or even money. Rays first 5 +115. Rays full game +116. In the WNBA, Connecticut, New York over 166.5. The full game, and Dallas, Phoenix under 168 for me.
There you go. That's going to do it for this episode of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow at 10:30 for another one. Thank you guys, and